That would
I
be
don't
better.
see why not.
We'll play our
people
characters,
tuning in every week to see what cliffhanger.
and then we'd have character development.
Well, I don't see any reason to introduce that.
Oh, okay. No character development.
Why start now? I mean,
No.
it's been 17 years with none. Why?
Exactly.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Hello and welcome to episode 882 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me, as always, from Canada is Mr. Greg Seward.
Yellow.
How's it going there, sir?
Not bad. How's it going with you?
It's going just great. Thanks for
All right.
asking.
Good talk.
Yeah. Doing a little bit of single parenting this weekend.
She finally left you.
Yeah.
Smart lady.
For
It's probably because none of the art ever got up onto the walls.
Damn it. You're right. For a few days. Anyway. Yeah.
Congrats on not calling it babysitting.
Well, I don't do that now because of you. Because you
That's right.
chided
because
me.
Because
Right.
that's not what it
years
is.
ago. It's not
And-
babysitting,
and-
right?
And that phrase especially gets used a lot when it's the father who's staying at home alone with the
Oh, it
child.
only
I
gets
think
used
that's
with the
true.
father.
Because,
Come
yeah,
on.
that's
Only,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because, anyway.
Yeah.
So how's the single parenting going?
It's going great.
Go ahead and complain. I dare you.
It's going just fine. We'll talk about a little bit of that and what you've been playing. Because we've been playing video games.
Oh,
all
have you
weekend.
now?
Yeah. It's been nothing but junk food and video games.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Best babysitter ever.
It's great. Hey, I thought you said it wasn't babysitting.
In this case, it
Sounds of
clearly
it,
is.
what you're doing is babysitting.
Yeah.
I'm making her do math homework. Come on. in between the gaming.
Do your mouth
Oh.
homework. You can have another moon pie, sweetie.
Moon pie.
Exactly. And joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
That's me.
Hi.
Noted lover of moon pies.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Before we get into whatever nonsense Phil was about to bring up,
Oh,
And there's plenty.
and there's always plenty,
yeah.
I want to do this at the top of the show rather than just at the bottom, although
Oh,
I will do the bottom as well.
okay.
Greg's open to the top and the
There it
bottom.
is. I was waiting for Phil to jump in there.
You've been waiting
Just-
for me to jump in there for years, Greg.
The
And
top
I
and the
keep
bottom.
telling you, I'm taken.
She's got to go away sometime.
But then I'm stuck
Um,
babysitting, so
Just wanted to say that Extra Life Game Day is coming up on
yeah.
November 4th, so we're getting real close. This is going to be the last Extra Life Game Day that I partake in.
Oh,
I'm going to keep raising money for Extra Life, but this is going to be the last one I'm actually going to do the 24-hour thing.
okay.
So as per usual, I am looking for sponsors, people to sponsor an hour of the 24-hour marathon, which I'm asking for a $50 donation to sponsor that. And I think there's something like 12 or 13 hours still available.
geez.
I'm doing sort of a whole like gamut of systems this year, doing NES, Game Boy, Genesis, Super Nintendo, Sega CD, 3DO, Saturn, PlayStation, N64, Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube.
Wow.
So
all
if
right.
you want to
Thank goodness.
sponsor an hour, the hours are sort of demarcated along whatever system we're going to be playing that hour. If you want to sponsor an hour for one of those consoles, please consider doing so. Just put a note in the donation of what you would like to see me play in that hour, or see one of us play. I'm going to have a few helpers as well. And you can find that at extra-life.fund, FUND /Sewart, SEWART. Please consider donating. We're getting close. We've raised $2,525 so far this year.
nice.
The goal is 10,000. However, the ultimate goal is actually to raise $8,240.48, because that will get us to a lifetime donation total of $100,000 for the IWK Health Center.
Wow. All right.
So yes, please consider donating, and please consider watching. Again, November 4th, Twitch TV /Sewart. I'll be starting at 9 a.m. Eastern and going for 24 hours.
Cool.
And I'll be bringing that up in the next couple weeks as well, over the next 2 episodes as well.
As
Please
well
donate.
you should.
As well you should. Yes, indeed.
I hope.
Now
hope
on to
people-
Phil's nonsense.
Well, I was just going to say, I hope people make Greg play terrible games because that's
No, I
always.
I put in a clause in the yearly sponsorship requests because there's one actually he's probably listening right. There's one guy in particular,
and it's not
who-
me.
no, and it wasn't Phil, who
Not me
just
either.
loved to make me play multiple hours of the worst games he could think of, which I'm not 100% against, but when I've been awake for 23 hours,
Right.
that's not the way to making me play Lester the Unlikely for an hour is not the way to
Oh.
keep me awake to the end. Yeah, he
What
did
a
that
terrible
one year.
game. What a terrible
Darkwing
game.
Duck on the TurboGrafx was one of them.
At that point, you just got to say, "I'm sorry, sick kids."
Batman
Tap out.
Forever.
Yeah.
He had me playing one year. I mean, he
Ugh.
he lives for it.
Don't do that.
No,
No, please
be
don't.
like that.
Greg's
Well, I mean,
Greg's
go ahead and try. I won't do it, but
Greg's doing something charitable. Don't torture the poor man.
right.
There are
Yeah.
plenty of other ways to torture Greg,
Yes.
but not when
Join the
he's
podcast.
every week. You're here.
Phil's been doing it. He's been torturing me for 17 years.
You're welcome. How's it going?
There you go.
Good.
Good. How are you, Phil? Do you have any new novelty beverage to taste test on the show this week?
I do.
Since it is kind of a running theme now, I feel like we may have to continue it.
Every now and then I have to just question, how did we get here?
Yeah,
Well, this week
Here it is.
it's
Oh.
water.
I have an
Yeah, it's just
artisanal
Just
blend
water.
of oxygen
Ooh.
up with some hydrogen added.
How many parts?
Well, it's 2-to-1.
Okay.
Two parts oxygen to one part
No,
hydrogen.
nope.
No. Okay. All right.
Flip that around.
Flip it.
I don't know what's going to happen
One
the
part
other way.
hydrogen to 2 parts oxygen.
Yeah.
I see.
Let's see how this goes.
Oh, it's probably going to be in now. Is it tap
Definitely
or bottled?
Well, this is tap,
Yeah,
but
And filtered.
filtered.
filtered
Well, you have
through a
to do that.
Finest charcoal filter
Brita filtration canister.
from Costco.
Let's see here.
Is it fridge dispensed?
It is.
Ooh,
So it's got a kind of a
fancy.
cool mouthfeel
Ah, excellent.
from what I'm
yes.
told.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Hmm. What's that tastes like? What's the flavor?
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Huh.
Ugh. Ah.
Getting into
Ugh.
it.
Ah. You can really taste the hydrogen. Mm. Ugh, no, thank
Excellent.
you.
All
Not
right.
for
So
me.
no novelty beverage. I'm
No.
disappointed. I'm
No.
disappointed, Phil.
Just water.
Yeah. No, that's fine too.
It's good. It's water. It's refreshing.
Well, sure. You know what
You
else
know.
is refreshing?
Yeah.
We won't be seeing any more headlines about Activision Blizzard Microsoft deal because it closed. It's
Oh, my goodness.
It's done.
Good.
Deal
Long live
done.
monopolies.
Surely there will be no repercussions of that in the next 5 years. You could
I'm
just
sure no one in that whole group will lose their jobs over the next few
No.
years for the sake of higher profits.
These
definitely not.
situations always work out in everyone's favor.
Exactly. Any sort of acquisitions, you can only
Well,
go up
especially
from
the
there.
workers. It usually helps the
Yeah.
workers out a lot. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just ask Embracer.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Greg, real quick.
Yeah.
Where's your S?
Where's my S?
Where's your S?
I'm sitting on it.
Well, that would make sense. Now I'm looking at your sign in the window.
You know,
Your
I don't know. I just realized that as we started the show too.
Your
I have
Sega
no idea
sign.
where it is.
Did it
That
just
one of your-
It's
fall?
on the floor. I can see it.
It
Oh, okay.
fell. It's just EGA now, a type of monitor.
Sega.
There
it
we
is.
go.
Whew.
Phew. That was a
Finally,
close
we're
one.
back with the Sega sign.
We need the continuity
yeah.
of that sign.
Well, now we got to
Yeah.
restart the whole show because
Hello and welcome to episode
don't have it
number
in me.
882.
and I got to pretend to drink water again.
Oh, that's like twice in 1 year.
The worst.
Yes. So the Activision Blizzard King Microsoft deal is closed. Hooray. We don't
Yep.
have to hear
Who's the
about it
Activision
anymore.
Blizzard king?
Bobby Kotick.
Oh,
Is
fair enough.
the king.
Uh,
Yeah, he is apparently staying on until the end of the year, to help with the transition.
well, he probably has to save up those last couple paychecks because if he's going to be looking for work afterwards, he's got to make sure he's got. Yeah.
Got to get that golden parachute ready.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we never have to hear about that again until we do, which I'm sure will happen at some point. All right. Hey, everybody, there's a new look for the PlayStation 5. Did you know this? Did you see this? And it's pretty much exactly what was rumored. It looks like a smaller PS5
Yeah.
with like a line, like a break on the shell, the outer shell part of it.
Did someone just drop a PS5 and declare it to be new?
They did.
Ah.
Yeah. And there's a digital edition and the disc edition, and you can actually
It's modular.
it's modular. You can add the disc drive to the digital version if you want.
Oh my goodness.
Anywhere you want in any of the 4 panels.
Oh
Not
man.
any of the 4
No,
panels,
that's
just
not
the
true.
one panel.
Yeah.
But it comes with 1 terabyte of storage. And the digital edition is like $50 more than the previous version of it.
Huh.
So
Wait,
somehow-
what?
Yeah, this is actually
price went up?
a stealth price
Oh my
increase.
God, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
It's $50 more than previous. I mean, modularity. You can't. Yeah, at what
It's
cost?
expensive.
Right? It's
Yeah. It
expensive.
It doesn't make itself modular.
It does
Slots
not.
ain't free, Greg.
So $50 for that, and then $50 for the separate. Or wait. Is it?
Uh-oh.
I thought it was $50 for the separate drive, but I'm not sure. I'm not seeing that. on there.
CJ's getting incoming updates.
Mm-hmm.
as
What
we
I am
speak.
It's just-
seeing.
You got to touch your ear though, CJ. This just
Oh,
in.
yeah.
That's just
There you
in.
go. Yeah.
You
I'm
have to
hearing
buy
something.
a horizontal stand that does not come with either of the editions.
Well, I mean,
for
the
an extra
PlayStation
30
5
bucks.
The PlayStation 5 famously sits on its side really easily without a stand.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
it comes with. I don't know if you've seen the horizontal.
I've
clip
seen the kickstand.
that this one comes with. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like a clip,
Oh.
It's I gotta say,
paper clip.
I did not expect them when they finally were getting ready to release a newer version of this
Mm.
to double down on one of the worst console designs in history.
And yet they did.
But yet here we are.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, and all the photography of these new consoles, they are standing vertically, and yet the vertical stand
that's how
doesn't
it's
come
made.
with it.
Hmm.
But that's how it's clearly both consoles. Both of Microsoft and Sony's consoles were clearly designed
Yeah, to be
to be
vertical.
vertical this
Yes.
generation. Unfortunately, both of them are so tall. I don't have high enough ceilings to stand. No, but I can't because both of them are so tall that they would like obstruct my view of my television. So yeah, and I mean, you know, where the Xbox is just a brick, it doesn't matter that it sits on its side. But the design of the PlayStation and the stand that it came with is so useless that if you just
Yeah.
look at it the wrong way, it falls off the stand. So
Well, I
still
have
my
mine
favorite system
vertically
this generation,
anyway.
But hey,
I have mine vertically.
Yeah.
But
that's how it
I'd
was
have
meant to
to-
be used.
that was
Yeah.
how it was meant to be used. So,
Yeah.
but you'd have to pay $30 for the stand. Oh, I'm sorry, it's $80 US
What?
for the disk drive.
Oh.
I thought it
Okay.
was 50 for
okay.
some reason, but no, 80.
Man, you just got all the numbers wrong in this.
Got all the numbers
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah, well, don't blame me. Blame the internet. It's
Nope.
their fault. All right.
And you-
But hey, refreshed PS5, and it is a little bit smaller than the
Define
original
Yeah, it looks like-
PlayStation unit.
I haven't seen a comparison shot, but it kind of looks like it's about the same height as an Xbox now.
Maybe so.
Okay.
The
I
disk
don't know.
drive, the smaller the console gets, the more
The disc drive looks too big now.
outrageous the
Yeah.
disk drive attachment looks.
I do like the idea of it being modular.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. That should have been there from the start.
certainly. Yeah, it's a good idea for sure. Although I'm all digital, so what do I need a disk drive for?
But that's what I'm
Get
saying.
it out of there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, if you decide that you want to go back physical, I don't know why you would, but if you decide you do, you don't have to buy a whole new system.
But I'm not going to buy this
It's an
PS5.
$80 disc drive.
But I'm not going to buy the more expensive digital edition.
But I'm saying
PS5.
if you did, the more expensive. Jesus.
It's more expensive. Yes.
Remember like 25 years ago when we were told how digital distribution was going to make games cheaper?
I mean, how many times have we been told that for everything? For music,
I'm just
for movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't happen. Not happening at all. But hey, it was a nice thought. All right, PS5, PlayStation Plus users, me included. I'm a PlayStation Plus user. We're getting cloud
Greg's going for a
streaming.
scratch. Hold on.
Right.
Oh boy, here we go. I didn't realize it was back scratching time.
Oh, there we go.
Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, take a
Let's
moment
go,
for
brother.
yourself to enjoy a good
Wow.
back
That's right.
scratch.
This is a
Now I
minute for
wish I
you.
had a back scratcher
Yeah.
suddenly. I don't.
Self-care is
You,
important, everybody.
If you have a back scratcher
have one.
handy, go for it.
But wait, what kind of psychopath doesn't have a back scratcher handy?
I mean, I know at least one person on this podcast.
right here.
What a chump.
Yeah.
A door frame will do in a pinch, folks.
That's right. And boy,
Oh
does
my
it.
goodness. There we
Boy,
go.
howdy. Although I'll tell you, when we rebuilt this place, we got rid of a lot of the door frames, and so all the walls around it. It sucks. So then I had 3 kids. They scratched my back when I needed.
That's
Oh, there you go.
also a good point.
Yeah.
There's one of them now.
Oh, comes
Nice
running in.
timing.
I heard Dad needed a back scratch. It's okay, kiddo. I got the tool.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yep.
Well, anyway, if you're a
Uh-huh.
PlayStation Plus user, I believe it might even just be premium. Yes, it is premium. You'll soon at the end of the month be able to stream titles using the cloud. That includes titles from the PlayStation Plus game catalog, game trials, digital titles available for streaming, and they also have all the downloadable content for that. You like that? I'm doing a thumbs up, and it's got a little window there. Plus, you can capture and record up to 3 minutes of video on streaming as well, which
3 whole minutes?
I don't think the Xbox can do that. So if you
Mhm.
use Game Pass Ultimate to stream, you can't like do screen grabs or video with it. So this is like
Oh, okay.
a feature that
So this is
PlayStation
it.
has
This is
that
what they're going to
Microsoft
hinge this
doesn't
feature
have.
on. This is the thing we have that Microsoft doesn't have. 3 minutes of video capture.
3 minutes of video capture, yeah, and any
180
screenshots.
seconds.
Any
Buckle up.
screenshots you do.
It's a lot
Yeah,
of seconds,
so-
though, really.
100
Hitting
mega.
North America on October 30th. So
So I
that's-
didn't even realize that was not a thing you could already do on the PlayStation service.
Well, with PlayStation 5 titles, no. So there is cloud
Okay.
streaming. There's quite a bit of cloud streaming on
Right.
PlayStation, but not PS5
Not
titles.
PS5 titles.
Hmm.
Okay. Now I
And this is resolution up to 4K as well.
really?
Okay.
So
Wow.
Microsoft does not offer that for sure. I think theirs
They
tops
barely
out at
offer that on their
1080p.
console. Okay.
Yeah, 1080p.
For an idea about how long 180 seconds is, just observe this. 1, 2,
Oh no,
3,
we can't do it. We can't do
4.
that.
Shh, you gotta be
Um,
quiet.
No.
5,
Be quiet.
6, 7.
Oh my.
8.
All right. Well, I believe then you can also stream titles that you own. So if you have digital titles, you'll be able to stream them via this as well, which is cool. So it
So you
includes other
couldn't do that
titles
before
that
either, huh? Huh.
aren't on PS Plus. No, and
So
that's
they're-
one of the features that Xbox said was coming, but they have not implemented it yet. So you can only stream titles on Xbox that are part of Game Pass. You can't stream your digital library on
Okay.
yeah, unfortunately. But anyway, you guys excited about that? Clearly, yeah.
Sure.
Happy,
What are we talking
yeah,
about?
it's a big deal.
You'll be excited about this. I mean, we're talking about cloud streaming, but now we hear that Best Buy is going to exit physical media sales for movies and TV in 2024. This being reported on by Bill Hunt with the Digital Bits.
Hmm.
Well,
When was
a
the last
site I
time you
used
were
to
in a
go
Best
to
Buy?
a lot back when I was buying a shit ton of DVDs every week.
So 20 years ago.
20 years ago. Yeah.
When's the last time you were in a Best Buy?
In a Best Buy
Yeah.
earlier this week.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
It's
earlier
why?
this week. I was picking up my Quest 3. I'm at a Quest 3.
ah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I was in a
but
Best
you
Buy.
ordered online, you went to pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
When's the last time you went in and shopped at a Best Buy?
God. Years.
Yeah, because they're a wasteland now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the place is, I mean, it's a ghost town. Every time I go into, because I do go in every now and then. The last time I went in was I actually forget what we were going to get. And then it was a couple months before that I went in and bought some RAM for my PC. Just because I knew they'd have it, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like, well, there's Best Buy. I'll just go in and get that.
Yeah.
Best Buy getting rid of their movies is like, oh, they're getting rid of that shelf.
Well, that's just it.
Right.
Those sections are so small now.
Yeah.
That and you know, plus the other thing that they got going on there is like, hey, look, there's a whole bunch of boxes on the shelf. That doesn't mean anything's in stock. Those are empty boxes.
Hmm.
And you won't find out they're not in stock until you take them up to the front and try to buy them, and they say, "Oh, we don't have this," but it's in my hand. Yep, that's not for sale.
Oh, are you talking about with games or
No, not for games, but I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
it's such a, I don't know, it's such a depressing thing to do now.
Yeah.
To shop at a Best Buy.
Retail shopping isn't like it was back in the old days. When
Yeah, but Best Buy in particular is really bad.
yeah.
Like it's not. You're right. Retail is generally crap, but I mean, like I go into Walmart, and it's not that much different. Except now there's a lot of groceries in there. But
Yeah.
you go into Best Buy and it's just a horror show. It's terrible.
Yeah. Well, no more movies and TV in 2024, and this kind of sparked a little bit of debate just about physical media in general. Like, if movies and TV are going away at Best Buy, how long is it going to be for games to stick around
Right.
as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Ubisoft,
Again, that's another section that shrunk incredibly small.
Someone from Ubisoft said that, hey, physical is always going to be around, at least for collectors. So not going to go away entirely.
Hey, you could order your games through Limited Run.
And you could order your games through
and then a year later, you could go to like the Portland Retro Gaming Expo and rebuy it while you're waiting for your first one to ship.
Yeah.
I guess you could.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
It's
to be fair, Greg, that tweet
Forever
to which
physical.
you are referring, that was actually at New York Comic-Con. That was not at Portland.
Not Portland.
I mean, it could have also been the North Carolina pop-up store. I don't know.
It could have been at any location except from their online store, where they're not terribly concerned about actually mailing out the products.
Well, if they did, what would they have to put in their stores?
That's actually a very solid point.
That's business 101, baby.
Wow.
Beautiful. You really need the sunglasses when you're
sunglasses. I know. Yeah.
Doing the business 101.
Yeah, I know.
Greg's making a reference to Secret Galaxy.
I wasn't prepared for it, but I saw the moment and I had to take the shot. So
no, it's good. I'm glad you did.
There you go. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
I don't buy physical games anymore, so this really doesn't affect me much
neither.
at all. Yeah. I'm all digital. Because what is a physical game now?
I will say, actually, I do have a friend of mine who still buys physical everything, because unlike me, he actually does do the thing where he buys something, he'll play it right away, and then he would normally trade it back in because he would get a decent. He would be trading it in so fast he would get a decent return for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the last little while, I guess, because he used to go through Electronics Boutique or whatever it's called down in the States now. And GameStop. Recently he'll take something back after 2 weeks and it's worth nothing. Like their trade-in prices just tanked. And then hearing stuff like he's pretty bummed because because that is the way he sort of supports his gaming habit. That way he's constantly buying games at a discount through the trade-in. And now that's not a thing. So he's switched over to like Facebook Marketplace now because he can still get decent prices out of there. But it's the walls are closing in on that stuff.
For sure. Yes. Speaking of the walls closing in, there is a Battle Royale Pac-Man game that is coming to PC
Really
and consoles.
Yeah.
In 2024. It is Pac-Man Mega Tunnel Battle Chomp Champs, which
One
I'm
more
just going
time?
to drop the Mega Tunnel Battle moniker and just call it Chomp Champs because, that's what Bandai Namco should have done in the first place. Nobody remembers.
Yeah, Chomp Champs is a good name.
Chomp Champs is a really good name. Mega Tunnel Battle is not a good game. Good name. It was a good game. I played it on Stadia when it was on Stadia, not too long ago, but when Stadia was still alive. And now they're finally bringing it out for other platforms, and it's going to be cross-play as well. So it's a battle royale where 64 players compete within Pac-Man mazes, and like other battle royales, the play area shrinks and people get eliminated, and only one there shall be only one. Is that the quote, the Highlander quote? There can be only one.
There can be only one, yes.
Yeah. So it comes out in 2024.
Well, all right.
I'm very excited about this actually because I did have fun with the Stadia game and kept wondering when it was going to come to other consoles, and then Stadia died, and it still
so was
wasn't
everyone
out
a
for other
Pac-Man?
consoles. Yes, everyone is a Pac-Man.
And you just go through the maze eating dots?
Eating dots and also eating other Pac-Men.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have to collect a power pellet to
do
consume?
that? Yes.
Okay.
Do you see the trailer didn't make it look that way? The trailer, that's why I was talking to you. It almost made it look like the Pac-Men were growing a little bit bigger based on eating something, and then if the other Pac-Man was
is this
smaller,
like
he would eat him.
IO?
Like
yeah, that kind of looked like the interaction to me, but I mean I could be wrong. It was like a 30-second trailer. It was,
I don't even remember because I played the Stadia version so long ago.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited about it because it was fun. I had fun with it. Anyway, that's it for the news, unless I missed something that you guys want to bring up.
I just saw something about Stray becoming a movie.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Stray, the cat game?
Yeah, on Games Radar it says Stray is going to be a movie. The beloved cat game will soon be heading to the big screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
There you go. That's my contribution.
Speaking of not big screen, but streaming, did you see that new Scott Pilgrim trailer?
I did.
I did not.
It's looking great.
It looks like it's going to be a fun show.
It's looking real good.
That's the one where they're bringing back the cast from the film, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. Comes out in like a month?
Yeah,
God.
mid-November.
I can't believe how close we are to the end of the year and all the greatest stuff's coming out in the next few weeks.
Even this week.
Oh my
God.
Sonic Superstars.
It totally crept up on me. I knew
Mario's
these dates.
Spider-Man
It
week.
totally crept up on me.
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy. But it's going to be very exciting.
We're gonna have stuff to talk about on what you have been playing next week.
We are going to have so much to talk about.
Yeah.
It's great. I don't know what I'm going to play first. Probably Mario. To be honest.
Sonic comes out a couple days earlier.
Well, yeah, Sonic comes out earlier. Yeah.
You don't care. You're not going to play Sonic.
I have Sonic pre-ordered. I'll have you know.
The fun thing about the Sonic game is one of the secret characters is the rabbit that was gonna be the mascot before Sonic, right?
Is that accurate?
It's one of the unlockable characters. Yeah.
One of the early Sonic character designs?
Yes.
You're not referring to Cream the Rabbit.
Cream. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
You're referring to the original
I'm referring
potential
to
character design for Sonic.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes.
it wasn't necessarily that wasn't gonna be Sonic, but that was one of the character designs that was close to being
their mascot game. Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
Which the way that character, the way that character was supposed to interact with things, to me always sounded like Ristar.
Oh yeah, because it was going to use its ears,
It was gonna
right?
use its ears to grab things, and
Like Ristar's stretchy arms.
Interesting.
That's
Huh.
how it always read to me. But that's cool. I
Hmm.
didn't know that.
No, I did not either.
And it may be wrong, but I saw it in a thumbnail of a video and thought for sure.
I saw it in
that's gotta be
the
real.
thumbnail of a video.
Oh, by the way, all this thing I just said might be totally made up. I don't know.
I think it's
right
right.
here about how Quarterman got all his information back in the day.
News editor for Electronic Gaming Monthly for over a decade, just in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it on a thumbnail. It has to be correct.
Was there a big red arrow pointing to it?
Jesus Christ.
And
Well,
I have concerns
wasn't-
about this new Sonic game.
If there wasn't a big red arrow pointing to it, the algorithm wouldn't have shown it to you. So clearly,
That's
there was.
true.
In big block letters, do not buy.
Did the YouTube host look very shocked
Absolutely.
in that
shark-faced.
thumbnail image?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, it looks like the gameplay is going to be really fun on this one, like more akin to classic pixel based Sonic. So I'm kind of excited for that. But
I am excited to try it, but I always worry about, in my opinion, the side-scrolling platformers like that are traditionally sprite based don't necessarily make the leap to 3D very well.
yeah.
Mhm.
Not because I don't think they look good. I think they can look amazing, but there's just something about the movement. And I don't know if it's because it's I don't know. I don't even know how to describe why that's the case. I think it's just because it's not as easy to transition a full 3D model to different sort of poses
Mm.
really quickly and have it not look wrong. You know what I mean? Whereas with the older sprite-based games, you don't need a lot of you don't need a lot of tween frames a lot of the time. Like if you look at the original Sonics, as soon as you hit jump, he just becomes a ball. Like there's no real tweening happening there. So I don't know. I mean, I always worry about that. It was the same thing. Like I think what was the most recent one where they were talking about Contra. They were talking about there's that new Contra coming out,
Right.
Mhm.
and that was like right where my mind went immediately. It's like, oh, that I'm interested because that's Contra, but
But it looks wrong.
I don't know. It does something about it doesn't look right.
I don't know. The
So-
footage that I've seen of the Sonic game, it
It does
looks
look
pretty
good.
spot
Yeah.
on.
And I mean, Sonic
Yeah.
Generations worked out great.
Yeah,
That played really well. So
it
I'm
did.
still gonna play it, and I still have hope, but I'm always cautious about those fully 3D Sonic side scrollers. I don't know.
Mm.
It's easy to get them wrong. That's all I'm saying.
That is for sure. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Spider-Man 2 is coming out soon.
Did you ever go back to
Mm.
Sonic Frontier?
No,
I didn't either.
I did not
No.
like that game.
I didn't get past the desert stage. Like I got so bored
Did I-
Yeah.
in that desert.
Did I ever tell you the story about your best friend Mike in Sonic Frontiers?
No.
Did I talk about that on the show?
I don't think so.
So, so CJ's best friend Mike and I, and a mutual friend, we tend to we have like board game nights and stuff like that, and we usually every Saturday night we try to get together for dinner, and he might actually be in the chat here right now. Anyway, one night we were just before Christmas last year. We were out to dinner and we were just sort of chatting. We always talk about games because we're all gamers, and I mentioned that I've been playing Sonic Frontiers. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Frontier. I've been playing Sonic Frontier, and Jim, our mutual friend, said, "Oh yeah, how'd you like it?" And I tore it a new one. I hated it, right? And anyway, that happened, and we continued our dinner and everything. And as I'm driving home, I get a message from CJ's best friend Mike, and all it says is "you schmuck," and I was like, "What? Why? I mean, I'm sure I did something to deserve it. Why are you?" He says, I bought him Sonic Frontiers for Christmas. That's his Christmas gift, and you just ripped it to pieces. It's like 2 days before Christmas or whatever the Saturday was for Christmas. It's like, oh, sorry.
That's
I think
funny.
he ended up really liking it though. Yeah, there's Mike in the chat now.
There it is.
There it is.
It's like,
There
I'm
it is.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I think the
But I think
problem
he ended
is-
up really liking it.
the problem with it is it's just like the pacing. Just didn't like it, and it's weird to
Mm.
say a Sonic game with bad pacing. Gotta
Is it
gotta go
weird?
fast, but then it's so.
I'm speaking as a Sonic fan and a Sega fan. I think there've been more bad Sonic games than good ones at this point.
Have there?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
you
a
might be right.
pretty
You might be right.
those scales tend to tip with every release, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Superstars. Yeah.
I hope it's good.
I hope it's
Me
good
too.
too. Yeah.
It's got the Lego skins you can unlock in that game.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, there's been times in the past where Sega has done that whole like love letter to its various IP and to Sonic, and it done it really well. Like Generations was a great example, and Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing was a wonderful example. So hey, I'm
Mania
hoping we
was
got
really
something
good.
like that going here.
Mania.
Mania was great. Yeah, so
Mhm.
hopefully we got something like that going on here again.
It is
Okay.
crazy to have a Sonic game, like a side-scrolling Sonic game and a side-scrolling Mario
Right.
game in
Yeah.
the same week.
I'll tell you what, though, I went on YouTube, and I'm really worried about Mario.
Oh god.
I have concerns.
Uh-oh.
You know, I was at Target today and I was thinking like, oh man, we're gonna go to the video game section. We're gonna see Mario Wonder. My daughter
Wasn't
and I went over to the video game section. There was somebody there hogging the kiosk playing
it Phil?
Super Mario 3D World. I was like, what the hell are you doing, dude? There's a Wonder demo on this thing.
It was a 5-year-old, and CJ cursed him out. What the hell are you doing?
I
Yep.
couldn't say anything. Yeah, exactly.
Was it actually a small child?
No, it was like a 20-something slacker D-bag
That's still pretty young compared to
Oh.
CJ.
taking up the kiosk
bit.
so that a 46-year-old adult can't play Mario Wonder.
Yeah, like a grown-up.
Hey, I heard your parents are looking for you over in cosmetics. Let's see. Let's do what you've been playing.
Oh.
What do you think?
Oh, okay.
I've been playing some stuff.
Oh, I guess CJ's going first.
I'm going first. I'm taking
you know what? I approve.
reins.
Do it.
I'm taking the reins. Well, so the MetaQuest 3 came out this week, and I happened to get one for work.
Boy, that sounds like I stole one.
Man, I remember when I was first married and freelancing, I bought so many things for work.
For work. No, but this one really is for work because I work at Enhance and we do a bunch of
You work at
VR.
Embracer? Is that what you said?
Enhance.
All right,
Said
nobody works at
Enhance.
Embracer. Sorry.
No, exactly. And we have 2 games on the Quest, and there was a Polygon reviewer who mentioned that Tetris Effect didn't look good on the Quest 3, and we were like, what? So I
you
needed a
took care of
retail.
him?
Took care of him. Yeah. Needed a retail unit just to check and see like what this was, what the issue might be. So
Yeah.
had to get a Quest 3 for that, and then
Had
had to play a bunch of Tetris Effect Connected on it, which of course is still super fun in
Yeah,
VR.
it is.
And we might be fixing a technical issue or something, but
I refuse to believe there are any technical issues.
but hey, I also played a bunch of other things on the Quest 3 since I had access to it. So
For work.
for work,
Right.
yes, for work, I played through Res Infinite on the Quest 3,
Also really great.
which is really great in VR, of course,
Yeah.
and looks great on the Quest 3. Actually, I was
Oh, yeah?
really quite impressed with everything on that. And then I, of course, loaded up some other games. I went back to Little Cities, which is like a Sim City style game, but it's much more of a light touch for VR, where you make these titular little cities by placing housing, commercial districts, industrial zones, and then you unlock special buildings that you then have to place. And they kind of give you, there's a story campaign where they give you specific islands to populate.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And so I've done right now 2 islands in the campaign of that. And they give you special, like they give you an aquarium as one of the buildings you unlock. You unlock like a garden that you can put in there. You unlock restaurants and stuff that sometimes give you special bonuses when you place them next to certain buildings. Like if you have a donut shop and you place it near the police station, you get a bonus for that.
Wow.
And they have other little things like that, which are super fun. It's super chill. Like there's not really like a time limit or anything. You can just play around with making a city. So, and I like that. I like the super chill, nothing. Buildings do catch on fire, but if you built a fire station nearby, they take care of it. You don't have to deal with it's fine. It's fine. So anyway, I played a bunch of Little Cities, which I highly recommend, by the way. And Little Cities is part of the MetaQuest Plus subscription service this month. So if you have that,
No more subscriptions.
if you have that, you can get it. You can redeem it, but it's just a fun game. I think it's like 15 or 20 bucks, and highly worth it. Then I played Pixel Ripped 1995. Greg, did you play this on PSVR?
No, but I remember you talking about it. I didn't talk about it. PSVR. I remember somebody talking about it.
I played Pixel Ripped back.
Yeah.
You played Pixel Ripped.
I did.
So yeah, that was a game that's in the MetaQuest Plus subscription service, and I had redeemed it, and I was like, oh, hey, I'll throw this on. And yeah, it's sort of a time warp video game where it seems like anyway, and I've only played the first little bit of it, but you play like a specific series that you really loved, and things happen in the environment around you. The scene that I played, you are back in 1995, sitting on the floor playing a 16-bit action game, and you have a nosy neighbor kid out the window, like taunting your gaming skills. Your mom comes in the front door and says you have to stop playing those bad video games, and you can kind of interact with her. And that's as far as I got in it. But it seems fun.
Now, is this because there are a couple?
Yeah, there's 1995 and 1978.
Okay, I
think there might be an 84 as well.
I think I don't think I played the 90s one. I believe I played the other ones. But it was like a similar kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like it must have been the 80s one where like you were in a classroom trying to play like a Game Boy.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that.
And the teacher was kind of patrolling the room, so you'd have to like throw spitballs to distract the teacher so you could get another couple minutes in on your game and stuff like that.
Yeah, very similar. It sounds very similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of cool. And then I played some Walkabout Mini Golf with some of our listeners over the weekend. Walkabout Mini Golf, of course, a fantastic game on VR.
It is a fun game.
I own it on PSVR 2 and on Quest just because it is so darn good. But playing without a cord is a nice upgrade there. So we played through the Laser Layer course. It was Micah and Sean and me, and we played through Laser Layer, which is kind of like a 1960s James Bond evil villain layer. Lots of lasers, obviously, and the holes are kind of lasers, and they're really pretty difficult because the lasers are often on like spinning turrets that you then have to line up your shot and get them like in very small windows of not so that your balls don't get lasered.
Yeah,
that's a very small window of non-lasering.
Right.
But somehow I ended up with like 8 under par, which I did. That was dumb luck, I think. But a very cool stage, and they have so many stages in Walkabout Mini Golf, including a lot of DLC ones. I still have to play the Labyrinth stage and the Mist stage. I want to play through those at some point, but yeah, we're getting together next Saturday as well to play Walkabout Mini Golf. So if anybody listening wants to play some VR golf together, we can do it in a party of up to 8 players. And it doesn't matter. There's crossplay. Yeah, you can play on Quest or PC VR or PSVR 2.
Cool.
Wherever Walkabout is available. And you don't have to own the DLC courses. That if we decide to play like a DLC course, you can still play it as long as one of us owns it.
Smart design.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm sure
it's
you
very-
won't have anything more exciting to play next weekend.
Absolutely not.
Thank goodness there's.
I mean,
nothing
what's
happening
coming out
next week.
at the end of this week?
Any new games, yeah.
Can't think of anything now.
But I should probably talk a little bit about the MetaQuest 3 hardware itself, because I'm actually like super impressed with the lenses. And if you played,
Is it currently in a pile on your floor?
it is.
Jesus.
No, I mean it is on the floor, but not in a pile. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not an
well.
wall. Come on.
Okay. I mean, it looks like a
Uh,
pile to me, but what do I know?
But so this uses pancake lenses instead of the Fresnel lenses.
Ooh,
So
delicious.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
if you've played on Quest 2, Quest or any flavor of PSVR, you know the lenses have those circles. You can
Oh,
see
yeah,
the
okay.
like, concentric circles in the lenses.
Mhm.
So this does not have that at all. It's just a lens. So and it also then doesn't have a sweet spot. So with other VR headsets, you have to like get right in the middle.
Mhm.
There's a specific sweet spot where everything's clear. That doesn't happen with this. Everything's clear. So I have the progressive lenses. My glasses are progressive
Right.
lenses, and usually if I try to wear a VR headset with the Fresnel lenses, with these, like the top half is clear and the bottom half is blurry. For some reason, with this headset, if I'm wearing it with my glasses on, everything's clear.
Really?
Yes. Is kind of surprising. There's no like sort of
So you're-
sweet spot that you have to get in at all.
So you're wearing your glasses in the helmet.
I am wearing my glasses in the headset. Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Because I can't do that with my PSVR 2. I can't find a happy place at
You
all.
can't find the sweet spot. Right.
No.
It's pretty.
Not at all.
It's a small sweet spot on the PSVR
And
2.
yeah,
sure.
and I mean, I'm not sure. Like, I know you got lenses. I think both of you got
Prescription
lenses.
lenses.
Prescription. I don't even know a prescription to send to get those done. Like, because
Talk to
I
your
just
eye
aggressive.
doctor.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
Talk to
just
your eye
talk to
doctor.
Yeah.
I don't wanna
Basically,
talk
I
to
just
my eye
got my
doctor.
prescription from my eye doctor.
That's what I did as well.
And attached it to the order.
But which
and-
one do you need? Do you need the one for further away or
Near one.
the near one?
Well, because the lenses are
Well, I
right
know
in
that
front
but
of your
you-
face.
but
Right
you're
in front
not-
of your face.
okay.
Yeah, but usually the places that sell those know which number they're taking off the prescription, so you don't really have to worry about
Oh.
that. At least in my experience, I have
Okay.
not had to worry about that. I've just
I
sent
should
them
talk
whatever
to
the
my eye
doctor
doctor.
sent me, and it's like, here's my prescription. So
I need to
and
order a
then-
pair of those.
You should.
and they do it. So I did end up ordering, when I knew that I was going to have the Quest 3, I ordered a set of prescription lenses. They're only like $50 through MetaQuest's official partner. And so I ordered them. They're on the way, but it's nice to know that I don't actually have to use them.
Right.
So and then the other big thing is the color pass-through. So this has color pass-through. Now it's not all blurry, so you could check your phone or like look at a computer monitor
Oh.
and still read the text.
Hmm,
It's
that's
not
nice.
like it's not great. It's still grainy,
Mhm.
but you can do
Sure.
it. Like if your Apple Watch gets a notification or something, you can double tap on the headset and look at your watch and actually see what
Okay.
the message is, or on your phone or something. So it's kind of nice in that way. I'm rocking the default strap for now, and it's fine. It's not like perfectly comfortable, but it's fine.
Hmm.
With the Quest 2, I picked up an Elite strap and then had all this like padding for that, and like I got a different face interface, and I may end up doing that with Quest 3, but we'll see. So I'm very impressed with the hardware, like especially the lenses and not having to worry about a sweet spot anymore. Like that is just far and away the killer thing for the Quest 3.
That's
Like if
awesome.
you use the Quest 2 a lot and are really annoyed by that, you're gonna love the Quest 3 display. You're really gonna like it. So
That's really great.
yeah, and the controllers are nice. They no longer have the tracking ring on them, and the forced feedback, like the vibration, is a little bit better. Not like far and away above the Quest 2, but it's noticeably better.
Hmm.
So yeah, I've been having fun with VR this week.
Good.
Over the course of a couple of years, I went from 0 VR headsets to 4.
Thank God you've got so much floor space.
I know. I might
store
have to,
all those helmets.
Exactly. All right. Let's see. What else did I play? So I mentioned that I was doing some single parenting this week, and my daughter has lost her devices for now.
Oh
Like
no!
Misplaced or has had them taken away?
Taken
Now I know
away.
she watches this. Is she okay with you talking about this?
I'm sure she'll be fine. She's probably not watching.
Parenting 101.
And if she complains, I'll just take them away for another week.
That's
she can't
right.
watch. She doesn't have her devices.
That's true.
See?
There
Always
you go.
thinking.
We do have YouTube on the Apple TV downstairs, so maybe.
Well, she's probably
watching
thrown
that
something
way.
through that, but yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna pass a note under the door. Let's see. So anyway, she had lost her devices, so I hadn't been playing anything, and my wife's out of town. So we said, okay, she's not gonna play, but she can watch me play something.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. But only if she does
Yeah.
her math homework. So she has had to do like 90 minutes of math homework every day.
If you do all your homework,
Wait,
you get
what-
the night.
what awful school is sending her home
90 minutes
of math homework every night?
Well, she had some assignments she didn't do.
Oh,
So she has
ah.
a backlog of assignments.
Yep.
So
There.
yeah.
If you do all your homework, you get the privilege of watching me have fun.
That's right.
Sit in this dark closet and do your homework first.
No,
'cause
no,
Daddy's
no.
not waiting for you.
Only I may dance.
That's right. That's right. So one of the genres that she really likes is like the Choices Matter sort of visual novel type thing. And she really got into
Big
Phoenix Wright
Snatcher fan.
for a little bit. No. Uh, Phoenix Wright and then Ghost Trick. She really enjoyed those two.
Ghost Trick.
And I knew that like Telltale games or maybe like a Don't Nod game would be like right up her alley. And Life is Strange happens to be on PS Plus.
No.
So we played the first episode of Life is Strange and she was really into it. She really, really enjoyed it. And I did too. I played it before but dropped off of it because I'm not really I mean I like the genre, but it's not really like something I would call a favorite genre. But anyway, we needed a game to play this weekend, and Life is Strange kind of fit the bill. And then I saw that the remastered version was on sale for $20. And
Why play something for free when I can spend money to play it instead?
why play something that looks like a PS3 game with terrible character models when I could play this remastered version that's just slightly upgraded? So we did that.
CJ sold that in the unique CJ way that only he can.
It's
do.
true.
I like this thing, so I'm going to, insult it.
Well, also once I was sure that she liked it and we were actually going to play all the way through it, I was like, okay,
Sure.
like I have no problem getting it, just in case it dips out of PlayStation Plus at some point. Then we'll have it. At one point, it was on Game Pass, I'm pretty sure, and it's not anymore. And I was kind of surprised that maybe the PS Plus catalog is better for that kind of thing than
Who knows?
than Game Pass. I don't know, but anyway.
Mm.
So we played now through the first 3 chapters of Life is Strange, 1 chapter a day, and it's really good so far. It's got a lot of twists and turns.
I really liked it.
You played it?
Life is Strange, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't remember much of it because it was a while ago.
It was a long time ago. That game
Yeah,
came
but I
out
mean, I
quite a while
liked
ago.
it. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's reminding me of Telltale games, like The Walking Dead, which is still a favorite. I almost want to like replay that. I think Charlotte might really like some of those Telltale games.
A Wolf Among Us 2. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, yeah, she probably would really like A Wolf Among Us.
Wolf Among Us was my favorite one. I
Hmm.
adored that game.
Yeah,
And
maybe we
it
should
sounds
play
like
that.
did they make an announcement on 2? Because I
No.
know they laid everybody off.
They didn't lay everybody off, apparently.
Right.
But
So that's
like
what
the
I mean.
majority.
Like, I know that some of the people who were laid off said they couldn't talk about what effect it may have had on Wolf Among Us 2, but the fact that they were even bringing it up makes me worry.
Yeah. Well, and I was surprised the remaster of Life is Strange is done by Deck 9. Deck 9 also worked with Telltale on the Expanse game, and
Okay.
I don't know what relation is Deck 9 part
Wonder
of
if it's a
Don't
bunch
Nod.
of X. Yeah.
Like, I'm not exactly sure what the relationship is there, but anyway, yeah, we might play some more like narrative focused choice games.
There's some good stuff out there.
Yeah, well, the remaster of Life is Strange also has the prequel game Before the Storm, so that was another reason why. Oh, it's on sale for half off. May as well pick this up, and then I have Before the Storm, which is not on PS Plus. So. Yes, indeed. So yeah, I played through that. And then just to mention one more game that came out on the Steam Next Fest demos. A little game called American Arcadia. And this is from the studio that did Call of the Sea.
I remember Call
I
of the
don't
Sea.
know if you remember like the narrative puzzle game Call of the Sea. And this is kind of a Truman Show-esque plot where you are a character in a television show, but you didn't know that you were a character in a television show.
Spoiler.
And well, it spoils that in like the first 5 seconds of the demo. But you get broken out by somebody who's in like the production of the show. And part of the game is you, the character, Trevor, trying to escape this television show. And that is side-scrolling 2.5D. And it's sort of set in this 70s world. So lots of yellows, browns, and like off-whites. Yeah, it actually really reminds me of Headlander in some ways. Like just the color palette. Really, really quite nice and striking. And then there's another play style where you're playing in first person. And you play the role of the person breaking Trevor out of this television show. So she is in the control room and solving various puzzles, like how to help Trevor through the TV show Security Force. And so you get these sort of two play styles going at the same time. And there are bits in the 2.5D section where you can take control of security cameras, which kind of reminded me of that game Republic. Remember Republic?
Never played that.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you can like switch to different cameras and like take control of some of the mechanisms that are on camera.
That's
like
called Night Trap.
Like forklifts or like cranes and things.
Shenmue.
Kind of like if Night Trap and Shenmue had a baby.
That's exactly what American
Beautiful
Arcadia
baby.
is. Exactly. You're right on target with that. No, not at all. But this is a very striking looking game visually, I think. It comes out on Steam in the middle of November, and it's been announced for consoles too, but no release date yet on that. But I really enjoyed the demo. It's a very short demo, but I really I was already interested in it from the visual style and from what I was able to play. I really enjoyed what they're offering. So yeah, I might end up picking that up when it comes out.
Middle of November is way too close.
Middle of November, it is way too close, and there's just so much coming out. Like I almost hope that the console releases on that is like 2024, so that I can pass on that for this year. But we'll see. Then I also I played a little bit of Haunted House, the Haunted House reboot from Atari.
So this basically plays like the one that was in Atari 50, right?
No, it does not.
Really?
Completely different. It's a non-violent roguelike game. Yeah, with like hand-drawn graphics, but procedural levels.
Oh.
And it looks really interesting. It was released with absolutely zero fanfare.
Yeah, I didn't even know it came out.
No, I didn't either.
They had announced it, and then it's just like, here it is. And
what are you playing this on?
I'm playing it on PS5.
Okay.
And I got a code for it, so it was a PR
must be
provided
nice.
code. I asked for it, and they said, "Sure, here's the code." So there,
Oh my goodness.
there you go.
Oh, you're
So
one of
I do want
those.
to play more of it.
I'm an
but
influencer.
I'm an influencer, but it is pretty interesting, like gameplay wise. It's supposed to be non-violent puzzle solving, but you also have like a Luigi's Mansion style like flashlight that you can use to kill enemies. You also
Okay.
like pick up different items that can be used to stun enemies so that you can walk past them, and you do a lot of like sneaking and stuff. So
It's got kind of like an isometric viewpoint here.
Yeah, it looks
It
like The
does.
Haunting starring Poltergeist.
it looks exactly like that, which is why I was very excited about.
Yeah,
One
I
of
can
those.
see.
I can see all the characters, not just their eyeballs.
Not just their eyeballs.
I don't know if this is really true to the haunted house.
I know,
Ideals.
yeah, it is. It's a spiritual successor,
Oh,
but officially
Interesting.
licensed by Atari. So I want to talk about more about that next week, because I won't have anything to play in the beginning half of this week. I'll play more Haunted House.
yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll have plenty of time next week to talk about.
Haunted House,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Wait, when does
will.
everything come out this week?
It is the reason for the season, Haunted House. It's Spooktober, don't you know?
Spidey and Mario are on Friday.
I know. I'm gonna be playing
Okay.
the crap
Yeah.
out of those two. Anyway,
Good. I was afraid it was Thursday because I'm gonna be stuck at a hockey game on Thursday night, and I don't
Ah.
know.
Nope.
well, no.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, Greg. What do you got?
Did we
for
not
us?
do Phil? Because I thought Phil was first on the list.
Greg is
No.
third on the, or Phil
I'm-
is third on the list.
I'm third.
Oh, I guess not. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually, because for some reason I completely misjudged how close all the other games I want to play are to coming out,
Yeah.
in less than 7 days, less
Yeah.
than 5 days. I've had this for a while, and I decided to start it up this week, and it's actually bought from my friend who buys everything physical, Hogwarts Legacy.
For the
Starting with
PlayStation
Hogwarts
5
Legacy
computer
for the
entertainment
PlayStation
system.
5. This week, if you have a digital version, you should buy yourself a disc drive to play the physical version of this game. Yeah, so because I've been hearing great things about it, and he played through it, he really loved it, and I wanted to play it. I didn't want to buy it new for various reasons, and he didn't buy it new either. He bought it used as well. So, man, it's good. I gotta say, it's really good. I played it for a couple of hours. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Hmm.
The gameplay is so far is really simple. I like the way. I mean, it's just an open world action game, is all it really is. But they've made it very easy to critical path the whole thing, which is kind of what I wanted to do. Although I, for some reason, thought I had more than a week before Spider-Man
You do
and
not.
Mario come out.
Don't.
So I don't know that I'll get through that, but I mean, yeah, the castle is beautifully rendered. It's gigantic. I could see spending endless hours doing everything you could do inside this castle, and then getting outside the castle grounds and going into Hogsmeade and things like that. It sort of invokes the look of the films, which is great because that's really what Harry Potter's universe looks like to most of us. But like you have sort of references to things that you'll recognize, characters that you'll recognize based on the books and the films. But it doesn't take place during that time period. So it's like Knights of the Old Republic in that way, where it's like, hey, yeah, there's Tatooine, but we're like 1,000 years before anything that I know of happened on Tatooine, that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, I've just played it for, like I said, a couple hours. I've just kind of finally opened up the castle and getting a lot of side quests now. There's like a series of story missions that you have to play right at the beginning that I've just gotten through. Learning a bunch of spells, going to Hogsmeade, and sort of getting the story rolling. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about it right now, but I'm really enjoying what I'm playing of it a lot. And it's really, really nice looking.
I see.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's it.
That's
all I'm
it.
playing. Yeah.
All right, Phil.
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
A lot of mediocre licensed games this week. Because again, like we discussed last week, you got these big games on the horizon.
Are you picking up that Grendizer game? Have you seen the trailers for that?
I have not.
No?
No,
Oh,
I don't think I have.
Okay. That comes out in the middle of November.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah, it's like a giant robot brawler sort of game.
UFO robot?
That's the one.
Grendizer?
Yeah.
I have not seen this.
You haven't? I'm shocked.
I guess I haven't. Who's making this game?
Microids.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I will.
Oh, the trailer looks interesting.
Maybe I will, CJ.
And with the games you have on the list, I think it would fit right.
I mean, it really does, right?
Yeah.
So I picked up, of course, the new Transformers game that came out based on the current Transformers animated series, EarthSpark. This is Transformers EarthSpark Expedition, which ordered the physical version of it. It just arrived earlier today, so I've only played a very little bit of it so far. So I don't have much to say on it, but boy, it's a low budget licensed game. And all that implies.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, it can be a bad thing.
It's not always a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's not always a bad thing. Sometimes those kind of low mid-budget licensed games can be fun. And maybe this one will be. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I've just started playing it. I will say I got it for the Switch, and it has a little trouble running it, which I don't think is the Switch's fault.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, because the Switch can run far more involved games than what this is. It's a very simplistic kind of, third person action game. They do have a large, it's like a large open world where you're kind of running around in. It's just like you're in deserty areas and you're running around finding missions and things to complete. It doesn't have the budget to afford the show's cast, which is a bummer because there's a lot of voice in the game, but it's very clearly not the actual voice actors from the show.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, because the main character is Bumblebee, who is played by Danny Pudi, who you might know from
Community.
From Community, he was Abed on Community.
Okay.
And Alan Tudyk is the voice of Optimus Prime in this show.
Alan Tudyk.
And the voice actor playing Prime is definitely not Alan Tudyk.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just kind of a janky game that I bought because it's Transformers, and I gotta buy a Transformer game.
Got to.
Speaking of,
is Finn into Transformers?
Huh?
You said Finn's not into Lego.
No.
Is he into Transformers?
No, he is not. No, Finn has no interests
that overlap. No interests that overlap.
Not at all.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Okay.
He likes Roblox. He likes Minecraft. I like Minecraft.
Yeah, you like Minecraft.
I like Minecraft.
Sure.
He likes Attack on Titan, which I watched it with him. I enjoyed that.
Sure.
Well enough. But no, he does not go in for the traditionally fill interests. Because again, that's old man stuff.
Right.
Star Wars, my parents like Star Wars. I'm not going to watch that. Star Trek, that's boring grown-up show.
Yeah.
No time for that.
Guess so.
So no, he doesn't care about Transformers, which is, that's fine.
All right.
That's fine. That's old person stuff.
I guess so.
But I got another Transformers related game this week. There was a quote unquote physical release of the new Fortnite season. There's a Fortnite Transformers bundle you can purchase, and it's a code in the box kind of thing. But again, I had to buy it. It's Transformers. I got to buy it. And it unlocks, some crap in Fortnite.
Specifically Bumblebee,
Yep.
Megatron, and the Battle Bus.
The Battle Bus, which now has a robot form.
Nice.
Yes.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. So you get a couple skins. Well, a trio of skins for Roblox, and like
You said Roblox. Yes.
What did
You
I
did
say?
say Roblox.
You said
yeah.
Roblox.
Did I say
it's
Roblox?
Fortnite.
That's all we ever talk about around here. I hear so much about friggin' Roblox.
You know it's on
Constantly.
PS5 now.
Yeah, I know, but my kid is very much a PC gamer at this point.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he will only play Roblox on his PC. He can't do it with the controller, keyboard, and mouse. Holy cow! Watching him tackle some of those obbies
Yeah.
with his keyboard and mouse, it's just like I don't understand how you can manipulate the keys like that. But
Because we're old.
because we're old, the youth, they got it all figured out.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to put on the list the other Fortnite skins that are coming this October as part of Fortnitemares. We got Jack Skellington
Oh,
coming to the
Uh-oh.
Fortnite shop.
what's this?
I know, and Michael Myers and Alan Wake,
Which Michael Myers?
the PR guy.
Austin
for
Powers.
3DO.
CR guy? Good.
Wow, CJ with the
That's-
really deep cut.
That's the one I was hoping for. The one who got really, really angry because I gave Portal Runner a bad score.
That's the one.
Well, to be fair, everyone's job hinged on Portal Runner at that point. So
Yeah.
That is
that
probably
is true.
Well, Portal Runner
Uh,
should have been a better game.
But no, from the 1970s
I
Halloween
know.
film.
I
Yeah.
know which one.
And it's got a great emote where Michael Myers is playing the theme and then does the chord hits with a knife. It's
oh,
great.
the famous Halloween theme.
The
Mhm.
famous Halloween theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not playing Fortnite this season, but I will definitely be buying the
Okay.
skins.
But yes,
And the
I
Transformers.
did get the Fortnite Transformers bundle
I see.
just for fun. I wonder, because as we said, one of the skins you get in the game is the famous Fortnite Battle Bus,
Yeah.
which now has a robot mode. I wonder if Hasbro's going to do a physical toy of that at some point,
That'd be cool. Yeah.
because they have been doing these kind of collaboration crossover. There was the Ecto 1 that turned into a robot.
Mhm.
There was the Back to the Future DeLorean.
Yeah.
There's a Dracula. You can get a robotic bat that turns into a Dracula robot.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Battle Bus toy at some point. That would be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
The other mid-tier license game that I picked up, I imported this one from Japan. And this is an old PS4 game.
Oh.
And it's a wonder that I haven't purchased this quite some time ago, and you will understand why in a moment. This is, of course, Kamen Rider Batride War Genesis
Oh, of course.
from the
Yeah.
good folks at Bandai Namco Games, developed by 8ing.
Oh, okay.
8ing, you know 8ing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Do they do the Earth Defense Force games? Or am I thinking
No.
of a different- No, they don't. Okay.
no, that is that Grasshopper?
Didn't they announce a new Earth Defense Force this week?
Did they?
I think so.
It was at TGS like 2 weeks
Oh
ago.
wait, no, it's Sandlot, right?
I don't think Sandlot exists anymore.
Who does the Earth Defense Force games?
You'd be the one to know.
Yeah,
don't know if
exactly.
Yeah,
You-
Sandlot's.
Sandlot's still doing those?
Maybe. I don't know.
Jesus Christ, don't think so. But
Stripes.
maybe.
What am I thinking of? Whatever the case is, The elevator pitch for this game is, what if a Kamen Rider game was also a Musu game?
Oh, all right.
Because you
that's
are
right up your alley. That's bowling a strike.
one
for
of the
Phil.
many different Kamen Riders from throughout the years fighting his way through hordes of goons.
I love that CJ just broke out the bowling references for some reason.
Why not?
Unfortunately, it's not very good.
Oh,
I mean, it's fine, I guess,
Who could have seen that coming?
but it's not a terribly good game. But boy, the premise is right there.
yeah, it's right in
know.
your sweet spot.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad I have it. I will play more of it certainly, but I'll just be going like, I wish this was more like I wish they'd gotten Omega Force to do it, because then they would have done it right.
And then you got to pay the big bucks.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because you know what? You know what's a good game? Those Dynasty Warrior Gundam games. Those were good.
Are they good?
Oh yeah. I had a blast with those Dynasty Warrior Gundam games.
Now, let me ask you: when you play these Dynasty Warrior games, and I know that you play a lot of them,
I do. Admittedly, I've not
do you
really
end up-
played one in a while.
Do you end up finishing them?
Not usually,
Okay.
because those games are huge.
yeah,
They have so much
I was gonna say
crap
those
in
are
them.
large games,
I mean, you played the Hyrule Warriors games, yes?
and those are big
yeah,
already.
yeah, they really are.
yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those kind of like it seems like the missions go on forever.
I see.
So no, I think the last one I actually finished was like Samurai Warriors 2, which was probably 20 years ago.
Quite a while ago.
It's been a minute. So,
Huh.
so yeah, so I've been playing those, obviously kind of biding my time until Mario shows up and Spider-Man shows up. And to a lesser extent, Sonic shows up.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what else I've been playing though?
What's that?
And by playing, I mean playing with.
Yeah.
And by playing with, I mean like it's a toy, Greg. Calm yourself. I was putting together another wonderful set, another building set, a toy construction set from the good folks at Mattel and their mega sub brand of construction toys. Fine products all, and their wonderful, wonderful license sets are beyond reproach. But specifically, the one I picked up this week is a Target exclusive, and it is their Xbox 360 set.
Ho, ho, ho.
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
We talked
Heard
about,
about
it,
it from
show
you.
like 3 weeks
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
Shh. I don't want to, I'm trying to, maybe there's a new listener this week.
Nah.
No, they're probably gone by now.
They tapped out.
So yeah, they I got their Xbox set,
Cool.
and I just started putting it together. Look at this.
Yeah.
Here's what I have so far. If you're watching
Does it
this
have
on the
Lego
video,
Don Matrick?
huh?
Does it have Lego Don Matrick saying
Well, it's a little
we've got a
like,
system
figure.
for
Yeah,
you?
it's a little figure.
Yeah.
But look, it's a tiny little Xbox controller.
Oh, that's
And,
cool.
and here, oh, look at that! It lights up. The little
What?
X button lights up. This is 3/4
Yeah.
scale, or this is just what it looks like when CJ is holding a regular controller
Right.
because he's giant.
Correct.
But yeah, so far I put together the cute little controller. It's got a little stand that it'll plop onto right there, so you can have that on display.
That's nice.
And I've started assembling the system itself. I've just, this is very early core of it, but
Ah,
look at inside. They got like little capacitors and microchips and all sorts of little doodly bits
Doodads
inside.
and
that's
what's
cool.
hickeys and
Yeah.
Huh.
So just started putting it together.
oh, there's the beginning of the red ring back there. I can see it.
Yep. We're getting
Yeah.
there. So I'm very excited to add a new brick-built system to my NES and Atari 2600.
Still need a Genesis.
We do still need a Genesis.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's going to happen one of these days.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing with.
Okay.
That's what I got.
I guess that means it's time for tweets.
A tweet-a-diddle-a-dee, a tweet-a-diddle-a-dee, tweet, 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 tweet.
All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias Hoity, who says, has Seward seen the Gran Turismo movie? I watched it with my son, and it seems like it would be one that he'd like.
I have not, but I want to.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. We were gonna go see it in the theater at one point. We just happened to have a night where we had some free time, and then realized, oh, it's not actually out yet. So it was like right before it came out, and then we just haven't had time since.
I see.
So I think it's on digital now. Yes.
Yeah, I think it is. Well,
Yeah.
so at this point, I'm just gonna wait for it to be streaming. I'm not paying extra for it now.
Oh man.
Maybe it'll be a part of Sony just announced that Bravia Core, or Sony Bravia Core thing for PlayStation Plus. You get some streaming movies via your PlayStation Plus subscription now, apparently. So maybe it'll be part of that at some point.
Oh.
All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias Ranger X, who asks, during your time in EGM, do you have a favorite memory of an office joke or meme? And what games were most competitive?
Ooh.
When I started, I wasn't part of this, but when I started, it was Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
It was like a Soul Calibur ladder.
Yep.
Soul Calibur was big.
That was big when I first started.
Yes, it was.
So, and then Halo
moved. It kind of moved from Tekken. It was Tekken for a little while, and then Soul Calibur, and then it moved on to other games kind of as they came out.
Now, back in the day, way back in the day.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to say.
You know exactly what I'm going to say. I'm going to say some Tetris Attack.
Yeah.
AKA Panel de Pon.
I think CJ tried to revive that when Pokemon Puzzle League came out, and it didn't quite take.
Didn't quite take with the whole office, but
it was still a little sprung up there.
Yeah. But yeah, Tetris Attack was big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even after the Super Nintendo had kind of gone by the wayside.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, like the N64 was out, and we still were going nuts with Tetris Attack.
But then also NFL Blitz and NBA Showtime were
still
big.
remember the picture of NFL Blitz with Shu standing in front of the machine with his pants down.
Yeah. There was
I don't know what that was about, but
there was that, sure. But yeah, those were huge too. Mortal Kombat
Halo. Played a lot of Halo
too.
Yeah, definitely a lot of Halo.
Halo was big.
Yeah. There was some DDR happening. There
was a little bit of DDR, but
I
don't know if I'd call that an office game.
I think those of us who are really into DDR were going to like GameWorks.
That is also true. Yeah,
playing DDR there.
Definitely true.
As far as, I mean, lots of different jokes and everything, but one of the things that I hated was, and I don't know if someone bought this thing or if we got so much crap sent from PR firms, and something that ended up in the office somehow was a Big Mouth Billy Bass.
Yes.
For anyone who doesn't,
I think that was not a promo item. I think somebody just bought it and brought it in.
So if anyone doesn't remember what these things were, they look like a mounted fish on like a wooden, mounted on a slab of wood, and but they were motion sensor. And if the motion sensor was tipped, it would start singing. There were two different songs it would sing. But like all you had to do was pass in front of the thing, and it would start, like the head would tilt out towards you, and it would start talking and singing, and the tail would flap. Anyway, so in the Oakbrook office, which is where I spent my time when I worked there in Chicago before we went out to San Francisco, the men's room was down this hallway off the main, where the main cubicles were, and it was never lit. The hallway was always pretty dark. And then you like walk down this little hallway, and then you turn a corner, and then the men's room was right there. And there was a water fountain halfway down the hallway, and people would set that freaking thing up right underneath the water fountain, so you couldn't see it. And you'd walk by, and it was so loud. And it would just start singing at you when you walked past the water fountain. And then once people got tired of that, in the men's room, the urinals had dividers between them. So when you walked in, you couldn't see the urinal. You just would walk back to it. People started mounting that friggin' thing on top of one of the urinals. So you'd turn the corner to pee, and it would be right there in your face singing at you. And again, so loud. Like it made me jump every single time. I hated that so much. Probably CJ doing it.
It was not me doing it. No.
I always assumed it was Mark McDonald. That seemed like something cruel enough for him to do.
Possible.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think that's a really good one.
I remember us setting stuff up to knock down using Crispin's head and the motorized skateboard. Remember we had the motorized skateboard?
Yeah,
like
of
Crispin on
course.
the motorized skateboard and put a football helmet on his head and just drive him into piles of stuff.
Well, didn't he bust a wall open?
I don't think he did it. Was it him who did it?
I think so. Yeah,
that was Sean Smith. Anyway,
we
broke a wall with that thing.
One of us, and then we
patched it up.
we had been told specifically, like the day before, not to use the motorized skateboard in the office anymore.
So of course
they crashed it into a wall and made a huge hole in the wall of the like copy and fax area.
Yeah.
And so they went to Ace Hardware and bought patching material, patched
and red
it up
paint.
and painted it before the morning. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Anyway, let's do this one from Hacker Alias, Mr. Nelson, who says, I'm a bit sentimental. My dad would have been 78 today, and I've been thinking about him a lot. Even though he never played video games, he'd take us up to Village Video in Beverly 3 days a week to rent Atari and later Sega games, and then take us across the street to the Purple Cow for ice cream and Popeye afterwards. Because the Purple Cow, an ice cream parlor that had a Popeye machine. Because this is also an ice cream store that I frequented as well, in addition to Village Video. All right. So do you have any special memories of your parents being part of you being young video game players, even if they didn't play games themselves?
Well, I guess first of all, did any of your parents play video games?
Mine did not. No.
My dad would play. I've said this on the show many times. My dad would always drop a quarter into 1942 or 1943.
Yes.
That was it. That's the only time I ever saw him play video games. And that was back when kind of like what you were just saying with the ice cream parlor, where you could find arcade machines just anywhere.
Yeah.
I remember us stopping on a road trip to New Hampshire. I think we stopped in a motel, and like down in the vending machine area where the ice machine was, there was a 1942 machine just sitting there. And I remember him dropping a bunch of quarters into that night. But no, he didn't really play otherwise.
Yeah, my parents didn't either. The one exception is that my dad would occasionally play Kaboom on
good taste.
The Atari 2600. My favorite Microsoft game. But
wow.
But Kaboom, and he was quite good at it. It was the one game that he could actually play and best me at. So
my stepfather Ken, he had an Atari 2600. He played a lot. I saw him play a lot of 2600 games.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents were not into video games. My brother and I had my mom sit down and try to play Super Mario Brothers one time, and it was uproariously funny because she was terrible at it. And it was humorous. She did not get past World 1-1.
Nice.
She did not get to 1-2. It was very, very funny. But they always encouraged us with playing video games. Like, they enabled our habit. Certainly enabled my habit.
I vividly remember, because when we got our Nintendo, we had to talk our father into getting it for us.
Mhm.
And but he did get one for us. And I vividly remember the first night that we hooked that thing up. Actually, I'm sitting right where we were sitting when we were playing it, because the big TV was right in this corner. And I remember him, after we've been playing it for an hour or so, sitting there talking himself into the idea that this was a good thing. It had everything to do with hand-eye coordination. Oh, well, it's probably really good for your hand-eye I remember him saying that over and over again to himself. That's probably really good for your hand-eye coordination. Like, yeah, whatever.
You need these skills
Right,
for when
yeah.
the AI takes
Yeah.
over.
For what, we're not sure, but yes. Yeah.
I only hope that someday in about 40 years, you have not moved an inch and you're
Right.
still sitting here just
Right
talking
here.
about games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be so proud.
Yeah, my parents, they, again, they would get me games if I, for holiday presents and things like that. And, occasionally, like we talked about last week, when, driving us around to the different stores to
Child
check out
World
demos or
Child World.
kiosks.
yeah, or to you get the latest releases at the mall or whatever.
Yeah.
Lots of trips to Showbiz Pizza for me.
And for me, yeah.
As a kid from the Chicagoland area, we had Showbiz Pizza instead of Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
So a lot of trips to those, and birthday parties and tokens handed out to fuel me running around playing all the old 80s arcade hits of the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that Mr. Nelson and I lived in the same place and have a lot of the same memories about specific locations. About
you probably
playing
bullied
video
him
games.
off of some arcade machine.
Mhm.
Probably did.
Look out, nerd! I need to play.
I'm playing Popeye here. Yeah. But yeah, Village Video also, that was like the first place where we rented. I don't even know if you remember these like video discs. They weren't laser discs, but they were like video records
Oh,
almost.
I don't remember them, but I remember seeing videos about those. I think the angry,
Yeah.
or well, not Angry Video Game Nerd, but he had a series where he talked about those.
Yeah, we rented one from Village Video, and I forget what we watched on it. Maybe like Swiss Family Robinson or something. And yeah, that was like the height of technology at the time. This like video record that came in a
Ugh.
plastic case you couldn't take it out of. But yeah. That was fun. Memories. All right, I think that's a good place to end it for this week.
beautiful.
Alrighty, that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct it to @P1 Podcast on basically any social media platform. We're on all of them. We're on a bunch of them. So just yell into the ether that you have a comment for P1 Podcast, and we'll pick it up somehow.
You should probably type it onto something.
No, actually
We'll
yell it
see it
into
better.
the air.
Yeah.
Or type it. Yeah, typing's good. And we also have an internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You'll find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Stewart. You'll find Generation 16 episodes as they happen, and you'll find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about, including a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on the youtubes.com/P1 Podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on, the YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Twitch.televisions. All over the darn place. Typically, we record Sunday nights at 5:30 this specific time, but like CJ mentioned, follow our social media accounts to find out when we are doing our next live show. But it's probably then.
Yeah.
If you like what you've heard, and how could you, head over to patreon.com/P1 podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. CJ needs some more virtual reality to add to the pile. How many headsets can that pile go? Until he can reach the heavens themselves. That's his ultimate goal. To
I'm
find
so tall, I only
redemption
need one more for that.
Atop a pile of Oculuses and
That's not what they're called anymore.
VRs,
Meta quests.
Meta Quests, and various others. He probably has a
Yes.
Stadia or two tossed in there.
I do have a Stadia controller. It's all in the box.
You got an Ouya tossed in there.
Oh
I don't have I never bought a Ouya. No.
CJ's saving up. He wants to buy an early unreleased prototype of the Amico.
That's all
Tommy
of them.
says he has one to sell CJ.
No thanks.
I'm
Or
going
whatever Intellivision owes its creditors. That's the cost.
No, your Patreon funds, of course, go to help support our show, keep us running and streaming and all that stuff every week. And I'll tell you what, friend-oos, if you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier,
Cheap.
you gain access to a special bonus episode that we record right after this. We play games, crack wise, having fun, doing all the stuff we can't do on the regular show, CJ.
Yeah.
Doth we have a game to play
We do.
today? Oh, we do.
We do have a game. Yes, it is an AI art quiz. This
Oh.
time, however,
This is the hot new trend.
in video game quizzes, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. This time, our good friend Mike has collaborated
Oh,
with with some of the other folks from our Discord server. So Enchi, Conan, Joel W Music, Sick Boy, Micah, and Sean697 have pooled their talents and resources together to make a AI art.
Doesn't the
You need 6 people to make an AI art quiz.
doesn't the AI do all the work?
Well, you have
What
to
did they
prompt.
do?
You have to prompt AI to do something
This-
cool. AI is not just going to do something by
this
itself. You have
prep
to have a
team
prompt.
has been scripting prompts
For
for
seconds.
weeks on end. Greg,
That's
make
right.
no
So
mistake.
we're about to play this game where we'll guess the games based on AI art images
okay, so it's another one you're going to want to watch
on video.
the video for to get the most out of it.
Video.
Probably the audio version's probably going to be a little threadbare. We'll describe the things, but
Whoa.
oh, somebody's
Uh-oh.
getting an emergency alert on their phone at
Yeah.
11
Canada's under attack.
at night. All right.
You know what was unnerving is just as that started going off, I got a text message on my phone. I was like, "Uh-oh, something is happening."
What has happened? Yeah.
Well, it's just a automated email from Finn's school.
I see.
I don't know why Greg got that notification, but everything's
Just
fine
emergency
here
alert.
now.
Everything's cool.
What's that?
Everything's cool. It's just
Oh,
an
good.
emergency alert.
Okay, good. So that will be happening in our post show. So please come join us for that. And I'll tell you what,
Yes.
if you have a couple bucks left over, head over to patreon.com/Greg Seward to help support Greg's outstanding, and it is outstanding web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Phil. And if you are a patron supporter of the $5 variety,
Also cheap.
welcome, Satan.
Glad to be here.
You get access to the weekly commute, weekly vlog series where I talk about all the different videos I'm working on right now. I'm working really hard on a Ridge Racer video along with a new episode of Generation 16. But
Yeah.
as I did at the top of the show, because we're at the bottom now, Phil.
My favorite place to be. In the hoary depths, at the very bottom of the earth, is where I reside. the physical location of hell deep within the Earth's molten core. If you dig deep enough, you can come visit me.
Okay.
It's a real place.
I-
It's just underground.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
No, but what I want to talk about more, of course, is the Extra Life Game Day is coming up. Please, please, please consider going and donating to my Extra Life Fund, extra-life.fund, FUND/Sewart, SEWART. And there are sponsorship slots available for the upcoming marathon, which is on November 4th. So please, please, please go make a tax-deductible donation to the IWK. We're closing in on $100,000 raised lifetime over the last 13 years through Extra Life. So I'd really like to get to that this year. So let's make it happen.
Yeah. Do it.
Heck yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. CJ,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Hey, you got it, buddy.
Yeah.
Gregory.
Yo.
Thank you as well.
Thank you, Philip.
And of course, thank you to you, our wonderful, wonderful listeners. Every single darn one of you, as always. Take care of yourself, your loved one, your family, your friends. Do what you gotta do to be safe. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. Go donate some money to some kids in the hospital, because that is great on a multitude of levels. And we hope to see you next week.
Good for your soul.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
I'll allow it.